Hi Sassy Scrappers, this is Steph. Hey, I'm coming to you today to do a simple page kit. And this is a special one. This is Treasured Memories, simple page kit. Can't talk today. And this is a special one that they came out with the Alzheimer's collection that they had. So June 21st is when we are celebrating, or not celebrating, but honoring Alzheimer's disease. And a lot of the Creative Memories advisors are having special crops that day. And if you want to get on, you can look and find some of those crops. You can donate. I donated to my upline, Debbie Martin. And then you will get, I think it's 12 different layouts. The minimum is $35, and you can donate up above that if you'd like. Obviously, this is a special event for me, or a special fundraiser, as my mother has Alzheimer's and a brain injury. And so I like to support Creative Memories in their promoting and helping the cause of Alzheimer's. So, with further ado, this is a simple page kit, and it's kind of cool. So let's put it together. I have not put it together yet. We're doing it together. So when you open up the kit, as always with the simple page kits, they're very, very easy. You have your 2 base pages. You have another page here that has all the numbers on it, where you cut, and that looks kind of weird usually on the back side of it. And then you have also a sticker sheet that is included. And these are so blessed: life moments, legacy of memories, people I love, some flowers, some hearts, a couple borders, and that all comes with it as well. So these are the base pages that they have given us. Now, if you don't like those base pages, or you want to do something else, you can usually flip these pages over, and there'll be a very tonal paper on here. Sometimes I get more of these simple page kits just so I can use these other paper, or use the papers on the opposite sides, because they are really nice papers. So we're going to start off with our trimmer, and we're going to start off with this page that has the cutting guide on it. And I am going to push my mats over a little bit so that I can get a nice level surface. And I think my trimmer's a little warped, so I did bad things with it. I kept it over the mats and used it. I'm going to start with 1 and 2, and I'm going to turn them this way so that I have a little bit more support on this side for the paper. And I'm just going to line 1 up with the cut line. Again, remember the little guides that are on each end, so you can line it up. Make sure it's going to cut on that line. Looks like I need to go to the right just a little bit more, as well as up here. There we go. Those look pretty good, so I'm just going to cut. And then I'm going to do the same thing again. And basically, these are 1/2-inch strips. Another thing that I've told my gals in past videos and stuff is, before I start cutting a lot of these things, I will make all the measurements on here, so that if I'd like to make this layout another time, I'll have the measurements of the papers that I need. And so I'm going to turn it sideways now, and we're going to cut off these strips, which it looks like these strips are 3/4 of an inch. Well, no, they're more than that. Are they 7/8 maybe? Because they're not an inch, they are 7/8. So I'm going to write up here 7, I can't see that, but 7/8, and mark those 2. Okay, now I'm going to take and turn it, and I'm going to cut this number 5 off, which it is a 5.5 inch strip. 5.5 inches is right to the edge of my trimmer, and that's where it was. So I'm just going to put 5.5 in there. And then I've got 2 strips here. I'm going to cut this one. And then I've got my last one. So this one is 5.5. Oh, that bump. 5.5 by 3.5. And actually, I didn't measure the length of this one, did I? This one is 10 1/4. And then we have this piece number 6. Ooh, look at, I might have missed the edge, just a freckle there. We'll just trim just a little bit off. I didn't have it over far enough yet. Just a little freckle of white on there. And this one is, might be easier to measure on my thing here, 5.5 by 6 3/4. Okay, so I've got my measurements there. I've got all my cut pieces here. I'm going to set my trimmer over to the side and bring back my mats. And I should double check and make sure you can see that okay. I need to go up a little bit, don't I? There you go. Okay, now we're gonna put our 2 pieces, lay our 2 pieces out on the mat, and we're going to pull back our instructions, and we're going to see that our 1 and 2 go down here at the bottom like that. And I'm just going to lay them out first in case we need to put some a little bit different, or one under one, another one, or anything like that. Okay, now we're going to put 3. Let's see, number 5 goes here, and we've got 6 going here, and 7 here, and then we've got our 3 and 4 across the top here. And those line right up there, and there. Okay, and that's the layout. So let's go ahead and hook these down. We may want to check our guide here again too for the stickers, the borders. It shows this one, but they are on top. Sometimes the borders will be underneath a piece of paper or something, so you kind of want to check and see if there's any. Now these, it shows the gold ones down here at the bottom, but they're on top of this, so we're good to go ahead and put that all down. And then the embellishments are all pop on top. So it's really kind of cool pictures they have here too. The hands. It's just a terrible disease. It really is. When they lose their minds and they know they've lost their mind, that's really hard for them because they still realize. My mom's beyond that though. She is in the latter stages. All right, we're just going to put that down right along that edge there, all the way across, and it goes clear to the edge of the paper. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Just right up against that edge. Getting ready for a crop here in about another hour or so. We have our Happy Album Club that will be meeting, and we are going to work on our Happy Albums for the previous month. We get together once a month and we work on our happy albums, and so that we keep them up to date. A happy album is just a 6 3/4 by 10, I believe is the measurement of the album, that we put calendar pages in, and each month we update the pictures and the journaling and everything as to what happened that previous month. And at the end of the year, we have a full book done that shows our year in review, kind of. It's really cool. Okay, so we got those done. Oh, ran out of repo, but I've got another one. I use repo almost all the time anymore. What I'm going to try to do here is I can move this over just a tad bit, and I can see my markings here. And of course 6 inches is halfway. So we're going to kind of just center this on, yeah, maybe we don't want to center it on there. Let's look, let's see, we're about 1 3/4 to 10 1/4. Well, I'll tell you what, a perfect thing to bring out for this is our 0 centering ruler, okay? So we're just gonna center it between the blue parts here. So I'm going to, I've got 4 1/4 here, 4 1/4 here. So I do want it on 6. So I'm going to center it on 6, and this piece of paper is how wide? It is 5 1/2. So I want 2 3/4 on each side. Is that right? Put my 0 centering ruler in there again and pull it to 2 3/4 on each side of it. Actually, this would be so much easier if I just turned it on this side, wouldn't it? Two 3/4. There we go. Does that look centered? Should be. That's what the ruler says. Okay, and then on this side, we're going to do the same thing. Just put this on. And this is going to extend a little bit more down. Again, I think I'm going to put my paper on here straight. Put it on the 6 inches. Three 1/4 and 3 1/4, right about there. There we go. And one more piece to put down for the paper. There we go. Didn't measure that one, just looked at it. Okay, 0 centering rule. They're very handy for centering things, obviously. If you need one, let me know. Or you can look at the below, and I've got my information for where you can order from the Creative Memories website. So, okay, now we're going to take these stickers. Make sure that those little white centers stay on the paper. And we're just going to place these down here. Just a little bit above, or about halfway over this strip that we put down here. So you're actually kind of splitting the strip right down the middle, like that. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on this side. Again, make sure your little centers stay on the paper. Oh, missed one. There we go. Same thing on this side. Put it on the edge and kind of keep just down the center of those oval shapes all the way across. There's that. Okay, now let's take a look and see. You can do whatever you want with these embellishments, I'm just kind of follow what they have done a little bit here. And of course, you're going to need some foam squares. We don't do anything without foam squares, do we? So I'm going to put a couple big ones here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my powder. And I'm going to tap the powder on here before I take the little stickers off. Because I'm going to put this up here in the corner. And if I decide that I want to put something else underneath it, then this way it won't stick. So I'm going to pull off the little tabs now. And I'm going to put it right up here. And then I'm going to take a couple of the little birds. I'm just going to put a little foam square on the back here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlay this just a little bit. So the front will stick to the one I already have down here, and then the back one will hold it up, okay? And then I'm going to take another one, little birdie. And I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to go to the opposite side this time. So I'm going to put it back here as far as I possibly can. And I think I'm going to stick this one down here. Okay. Alrighty, then we've got where we can put another, you can put a little word, life's moments or something down here under, there'll be 3 pictures here. 3.5, well, let's see, 3 by 5s. And then you'll also have a 3 by 5 over here. So total, you'll have 4 3 by 5s, and then you'll have 2 5 by 3s. So if you cut them all 3 by 5, as long as they're not directional paper, you're going to be just fine. But anyway, you can put a little something down there. Then of course we want to try to do some kind of a little triangle here. So we might want a little something up in here in this area, and then maybe down in here. Down in here, let's just go ahead and put a little something there for now. People I love, again, we're going to pop it up just a little bit. Well, let's see. Maybe we won't pop this up. Maybe we'll just put this down, but I'm just going to hold it here with my finger while we set it up. Then we're going to take the family and put over on this side, but we'll pop that up. Of course, I stuck it on there. We'll pop it up, and then the camera we'll put over on this side. And then maybe we'll add a couple little hearts around it, okay? So let's just go ahead. I'm going to put this down here. So it's down here out of the way of anything. I'm going to use some foam squares on family. And these are, the family is very small. So I'm going to put one over here. I'm going to see if one will fit back here. It will. And then, if I have any more, oh, I don't. Well, you know what? I'm going to use just a little bit of my foam tape that I have left and just cut just the tiniest of sliver off of it, okay? And then I'm going to put that here in the middle. You can also take like a small foam square and just cut it, a little piece off of it. Okay, so now this will sit here like this, and then I'm going to put the camera on a foam square and put it over on this side. Just kind of laying it out here yet. I'm not sticking them down. Make sure you can see that. And then we're going to put a couple hearts on it because we want to have odd numbers of things. We have 3 right now. So we'll put, I think, like a gold heart down here. We want them all kind of fairly close proximity. and maybe pop this one up maybe. Oh, except I don't have any more little ones, so I have to use my little foam tape again. That's okay, I like the foam tape, but usually I use the foam tape. Whoop! Went clear up here. Usually I use the foam tape for big embellishments instead of small ones, but whatever works, huh? Okay, so we're gonna put this up here. And in our cluster, we're kind of even making a triangle out of our own little cluster down here. I'm pulling the little extra pieces off, and these things I find all over my house. They just go all over. Okay, once I've got them off, then I can place them. And I don't want that L to cover up the O up there, so. And then I'm gonna put the camera right in here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is an odd number there. So that's good. And then I've got up here and down here. So I just kind of need something in the middle quadrant, you know, in here somewhere. And I can put a word on a picture, you know, here somewhere or whatever. And there's lots and lots of embellishments left that you can do things with as well. So anyway, that, hopefully you can see the whole thing there. That is the layout. And I should put some of my placement sheets on here, but there'll be 3 pictures here. You can have 2 horizontal pictures here and another vertical. So you can get 6 pictures here. And I may do this and put some pictures of my mom and the family and stuff together with her on so you can see it finished. But this is, like I said, a simple page kit. Obviously, you can use this for many different things. You can use different stickers on it and use it. It's got cameras across up here, so you could use it for basically anything. You don't have to use it for memories of Alzheimer's or anything like that, but I may and put it in one of my books. But it is very versatile. You could use a different border sticker down here, which would completely change the atmosphere of it as well. So anyway, really easy to put together, nice collection, and very quick. Another thing I want to show you is that starting Monday, this next Monday, today is the last day of May, the new Simple Page Kit number 6 comes out, and it is geared towards Father's Day, although I used mine for the kids fishing, and it is a fishing one. You can see it kind of has the watery look down here. Love the colors in it. And then you have lots of greens and blues and things. You make a couple tags. There's a couple tags that you cut out here. And you have a couple tags up here at the top. Room for lots of pictures. And then the embellishments are really fun too. I've already used some of them, so you can't see them. But I think this says gone fishing or something on this one. And there was some fish and some other things on here. You can use it for Father's Day as well. Happy Father's Day, Dad is on here that you can use. And another great simple page kit. Again, remember that we'll have one every month and then a few extras kicked in here once in a while. So, and they all kind of go together with the Noteworthy Days collections. They're all geared to kind of work together. So if you get all 12 of these, at the end of the year, you'll have a whole album that, you know, you'll have 24 pages at least already done. So great way to get started. If you're just starting scrapbooking, great way to get started. Also beginning Monday is the new Deeper in the Woods collection that's coming out. And there's 5 different punches that are half price, just June 2nd through the 13th. So let me know if you're interested in those. Jump on my Facebook page, the Sassy Scrapper, Steph Thompson, and you can see more details about that. Those of you that are current customers, you can go to Stephssassyscrappers, and there's information there for you as well. Deeper in the Woods, great for any outdoor events, for fishing, hiking, you know, any camping, anything like that. And they also will blend together with like the Simple Page kit. Lots of cool laser embellishments are included in this. Lots of just green outdoors in the woods type things. So if you're interested in that, let me know, as well as the new vertical, it's a vertical border, which is a little different, evergreen tree border punch. Other things also, but those are kind of what's coming up right away. And I hope that you like the page kit, and if you need one, let me know. And I'll see you later. Stay sassy. Bye-bye.